Hey YouTube, I just want to make this quick video of how to take care of your crested gecko and the setup and everything. This is my cage I have. It's a 12 by 12 by 18, which is I think a 20-gallon tank. It's good size for one crested gecko, one crested adult sized. Um, but my gecko, he's 15 weeks old. He's kind of small and young. I've had him for about 13 or 14 weeks. Some people, well, handling them. Some people say they like to be handled, and some people say, oh, they don't like it at all. Really, I think it varies with their personality and stuff, but for the most part, I think most of them on average tolerate it. It's not like they love to be handling, but how to make them more used to handling is when you first get them, don't hold them a bunch, but like hold them maybe like 5 minutes a day, and then increase it every day, and then they get more friendly and stuff. I've got him. Crested geckos are jumpy, but I've gotten mine used to me, so he is very calm. He doesn't jump all over the place. Once in a while, I'll see him. He'll jump back and forth to my fingers, but he like, oh, okay, no, also with touch in handling them, don't really touch their head and their tail, because if they lose their tail, they don't grow in back, and tail is always good for looks. And I've also heard if they lose their tails, they're at more of a risk for health problems. That's just what I've heard. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I guess he just wants to climb on me. But anyway, now feeding them, what I do is the main thing what you should feed them is Crested Gecko diet. Repashy is most highly recommended. It's very simple to make. You just add water. That's all you do. It's a powdered mix. You mix 1 part water and 2 parts or I meant 1 part the mix and then 2 parts the water. So like, if you did like, say like a tablespoon, you want to make a tablespoon, you do like, 1/3 teaspoon of this and then 2/3 of water. Anyway, so yeah, this should be offered to them once a day. And what you should do is like, you should take it out every 24 hours, feed them once like every morning or once every night, and then once when it's the morning again or the night again, you should take that food out because it can get moldy and stuff after a while. You can also feed them crickets. You should feed them some crickets. You don't have to feed them a bunch, but if you do feed them crickets, it's just recommended to put powder on the crickets with calcium, a calcium powder, and with that, you just put the cricket in a bag and some powder and then just shake it. And feeding them, you should feed them in a separate thing container. I just feed them in this thing. Put the cricket in, and you just sometimes he'll eat it, sometimes he won't. My gecko isn't a big eater since he is young, and so if he doesn't eat the cricket, I usually put it in the cage. And oh wow, there's a fly right there, and he sees that fly. Anyway, he when I do put, I'll put 1 cricket in there. I don't put a lot of crickets in there. I offer, since he is young, like I said, I offer him 1. If they don't eat the ones you give them, I guess you could put them in the cage. But since I do feed him 1, I do put it in. But if you feed your gecko like 3, you probably shouldn't put them all in. But because if you put too many crickets in the cage, the crickets will gang up on the gecko and kill it, or the crickets will bite the gecko. The gecko, with their heating, they like room temperature. They like it from 70 to 80 degrees. Like I use this I have it's like a heat lamp with 2 of them, and it's this side is the night one, and this one is the day one. That's really not necessary to have or anything, but the day one is just 25 watts, and the night one is 40 watts. I turn on the day one that day, and then the night one is like a dark blue or purple kind of light. But yeah, they can handle temperatures that drop to 65 degrees tonight. They can handle it, but it's really not necessary to have it drop that low. Misting is an important requirement. You know, people say, oh, do I have to have a certain kind of mixture or whatever? No, you can just use a regular spray bottle. You just spray the inside of the cage all over and stuff. And to tell what the humidity percentage is, it's really recommended you get a temperature or humidity gauge, which is, this is mine. This one tells the temperature, and this one's the humidity. And right now the humidity is like a 55, so I should probably miss the cage right now. So yeah, you should mist about, on average, it just kind of depends upon your cage, how your cage, you know, if it drops down low. Mine I do like 3 to 4 times a day, but on average for most people it's 2 to 3 times a day. What else? Trying to think. You know, people ask what's the percentage. Usually what I do is I just spray it and have it go to like 80 or 90, and then I just keep it until it drops to like 50, and then I mist it again. What else have I not covered? Oh yeah, with younger crested geckos, if they're younger than 12 weeks, you should keep them in no larger than a 10-gallon aquarium, just so they can find their food easier and stuff. And since, like I said, since my gecko isn't a big eater, with the Repashy food, I will mix it, and I'll put a dab on his nose, and then he'll lick it off and stuff, and that's one way to help them actually eat it. Let's see, what else? Some people say, oh, use baby food and stuff, but really, baby food is not recommended at all. It's not healthy for them. In a way, it's like candy. I mean, it's yummy, but it is not good for them to eat. So, you should mainly get Repashy Crested Gecko diet, and have some crickets also is good to have. And what else have I not covered? I use paper towels for the floor just because he's young. When he gets older, I'll use like a cage carpet thingy. Just because paper towels are easier to take in and, you know, change out easier. Cleaning the cage, you should clean it maybe once or twice a month. And how you clean it is you take the plants out of the cage, all your grapevines and etc., your stuff, and then just leave it under really hot water, because if you use up the you know, all the chemicals and stuff isn't good on the gecko's skin. So just leave it under really hot water to kill the germs. And then to clean the cage itself, you get like a reptile cleaner at a pet store. I use Wipeout, and what you do is you just, with mine, the Wipeout, you just spray it in the cage and just let it soak for like 10 or 15 minutes. And that should kill the bacteria and all the stuff, and just put the plants in and whatsoever. You should, how they drink their water is from the water that you mist the cage. They'll drink that, and it's just recommended to also have like a little water bowl of clean water, just for, you know, for backup or whatsoever. Some people ask, oh, should I use tap water or whatsoever? And people say tap water is horrible. Most people prefer like bottled water because it's purified, or, you know. I use tap water, but I use this product called Reptile Safe, and it's like a blue water for them, and I pour like a drop or two with like this or whatever, just to like kill or just to make the more reptiles safe. Um, yeah, I think I've pretty much covered everything. If you have any other questions, just comment. And gosh, I'm still trying to think of what else. It seems like there's still something I haven't covered. You know, Crested geckos overall they're very easy to take care of. People are like, oh, misting, that is not my time, but really, misting takes like 2 or 3 seconds. They're pretty easy to take care of. I love him. I named him Leo, but I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl yet. I have to wait till he's older. But if it's a girl, name her Lilo. Let's see. So yeah, the website where I got him from is PangeaReptile.com. It's in the description below. That is a highly recommended website. They were very helpful with everything. They can help you by email, or you can call them, or whatsoever. And they do have really fast shipping. And I got my gecko, and like, they ship the gecko, and it arrives safe and sound and stuff. They do ship crickets as well, but they only can ship 500 or 1,000 at a time. So I don't get my crickets shipped because that's just a lot of crickets. And so yeah, I think I've covered mostly everything. Comment, rate, subscribe, and if you have any other questions, just comment below.